Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Quincy Bowl TV. Big up to all of you joining us for an episode of LFC Vibes. Thank you for coming through. Big up to Mandem. We appreciate you guys. I think international break is over. Teams who have qualified for World Cup is already in the pack. I think there's 4 left. Big up to Mandem in the building. I see Honesty out here representing the homeland. Big up yourself. I'm glad that you guys made it, man. I'm glad. I love small countries making it to the World Cup. They have such rich history, rich story to tell. Big up to Cape Verde, also another small country making it. So, should I say island? But coast of the motherland. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to see people. What happened to Nigeria, though? What happened to Niger? Yeah, they just have to sit home and watch us. And make sure they eat Ghana jollof because we don't want that useless stuff. Big up to Mandem. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Ghana jollof is always the best.
Jollof!
Strong. Yeah, Fazi's in the building. I see you. Jamaica missed it.
I'm not happy with Honesty, man. He thinks I can't play football. I'm shocked. It was an end show. You meant to be on actually. He wanted to.
Yeah, today I just saw Ed's my brother. I'm sorry. I just saw your text. I was passed out. You should have told me the day before. I would have set up the alarm. Big up to Gerson. He's in the building. We got Truden is in the house. Yeah, man. I just saw the text, man. And my apologies.
Funny, man.
I'll make the next one, though. I'll make the next one. Let me know early so a brother can set 3-4 alarms, man. Yeah, man. So how you doing, sir? Fuzzy, how's it going, brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm off in it, so I thought let me get on the streams today and all that stuff. So yeah, it's good. Yeah. I'm gonna do one with Cal, but obviously postponed for next week, so we're gonna do it next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm going back to the individual interviews again, and then try to do a panel shows like I used to before.
Yeah,
it's a new channel. It's gonna be for every team, so I'm gonna try to promote as much as possible, quasi.
Oh, okay.
Because
so you want to restart it or?
It's not restarted. I've got the Liverpool fan base already there, so I'm going to go to see if other fan bases from other football clubs come on as well, and I could get panels, obviously from other football teams as well. So that's the whole point. I'm going to try and do just to make the like when it's just Liverpool, bro. You run out of stories, man. You can't keep coming up with
yeah.
I'm saying the same thing I said last few days. I can't keep going like that. So yeah, I thought.
No,
go on.
I got you, man. That's why I kind of took a break because I felt like we kept repeating the same thing about Annie Slot and
the tactics and all that.
The tactics, it kept being repetitive. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a break. Let me take a break, relax a little bit. And I don't know if you watch our watch along on Saturday. We acted a fool. A few people got offended watching because we talked about aura. We talked about
you did watch along, yeah? I didn't know that.
No, it wasn't a watch along. I did a call-in show. Sorry, call-in show. And we were, just having a good time. We were just having fun. Trying to talk as much as we can without talking about Liverpool, So we talk about aura, we talk about generational talent. Shout out to MK Toe, he's in the building.
Yeah.
What the honor say? Big up Robo leading Scotland. Yes, Robo, big up to yourself, man. Big up. Yeah, man. So we were talking about aura, and I was mentioning, I'm gonna say I said Messi does not have aura, and Enz lost his mind.
Enz was here? Oh, damn.
No, he was in the chat. Enz was in the chat.
What do you mean aura? In what sense are you talking about aura?
You see that player behind you?
Yeah.
That's the definition of aura.
And Messi hasn't got that.
Nah, come on. Messi, you know what? I found a new term for Messi. The group that Messi is in is called FA FO.
What does that mean?
F around and find out.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I understand where people are coming out. You know, when they talk about Messi, I understand about the aura and all that stuff. I think he has got an aura about him because of the way he is as a footballer.
Now,
I mean,
because we know him.
Yeah, but
Irishman says, "Don't start."
the question is, would Messi in the era of defenders be as good as what he was when he played in the era of no defenders? That's another
We
thing.
talked about that too. We talked about that.
That's what I want to know.
And that's the thing. I said,
I could ask you right now in the chat, yeah? Sorry to interrupt, because I'll ask you now in the chat. Name me 5 world-class defenders now.
Whew.
TikTok.
I mean, Virgil, for what he has done,
TikTok.
I mean, he's still he's not the superhuman Virgil anymore, but he is he has come down a level. So
100%.
Yeah.
Virgil is one. Yeah.
You see how people say not this coming. I mean, Virgil, I mean, there are players who are playing at world-class level, but they're not there because you have to do it. You know, like I'll give it to Gabriel.
Quasi people, Quasi knows his football. I was waiting for him to say that, because the problem in the modern day football is everybody says there's world-class players here, there's world-class players there. There ain't no world-class. Listen, when we are living in an era, Rodri and what's his name, Dembele win Ballon d'Ors, you know there's no world-class players anymore. They will never be in the top 80 in the 90s. You know what I mean? They will never be in the early 90s, probably in the top 100 when you got Ronaldinho's and all that stuff. There's no way. So this is what I'm trying to ask people. When they're debating football, do you actually debate football in a current era or the past era? Like, it's two different eras. And then when I look at the current era, there ain't no world class. There ain't no world class, man.
Somebody
Dembele as the Ballon d'Or. Come on, not so long ago we was making fun of Dembele. Can't even do kick-ups. He couldn't even do kick-ups when he was presented at the Barcelona.
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do kick-ups. It's basic kick-ups. Come on, man.
That's the thing. And you know, like I said, Zizou, when you look at Zizou, in this modern time, you look at Virgil. He had that presence. You see, people don't understand that aura has nothing to do with the skill or talent. No. It's just the presence that the person has, right? That's why I say Messi is F around and find out. You look at Messi, you'll be like, oh, he's just a nerd. Until you step on the field there, you'll be like, yeah, it's going to be a long day. And I'll give you another player like that, Riquelme. Same thing. You look at Riquelme, he'll walk around like he doesn't even want to be there. But step on the field with Riquelme and see what happens. Kaká, same thing with Kaká. Good boy. Good Christian church boy. You'll be like, oh, he's just a good boy. He goes to church. Step on the field. Let's see what happened. Coutinho. I even put Coutinho in it. Yeah. Coutinho, look, when Coutinho first came to Liverpool, he had that big old fro. Irishman, let me send you the link. What am I doing? You know, he had a big old afro.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who he was until he stepped on the field and everybody was like, brother, who is this? You know? So it doesn't, when we say somebody doesn't have aura, it doesn't mean they don't they are not good. That would be stupid. Come on. Messi, let's be honest. Messi for some people is the GOAT. My GOAT is Diego Maradona.
Much better. Much better.
You see what I mean?
Million times over. Better.
My GOAT is Diego Maradona.
When the pitches were shit, he played in the era where the ball was different. You know what I mean? It was rock solid. He played in the era where defenders were going to break your leg, which they did break his leg, by the way, and he came back after that as well. So if Messi never got injured. You know what I mean? When did you ever see Messi injured? When did you ever see like a bad challenge on Messi? There you go, people. This is what I'm saying. You can't compare players from the past and the present because they play in a carpet nowadays. I've seen players in the modern day get on pitches with a clean shirt, clean shorts, clean socks, and come out the same when they come off the pitch. You know what I mean? So I don't know where we're going with this. This is why I say you can't compare this era to yesterday's era, because yesterday's era was full of world-class players in difficult times, and this era it's the computer era, isn't it?
Somebody quoted it as this is the protection era.
Of course. You can't do any challenges in the modern day.
You know,
You can't
protection.
slap
Now.
players in the
If
face.
Ronaldo, if CR9, I say CR9, if R9 was protected like this modern game, nobody could ever touch him, ever.
He's the best. He's the best ever, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Do you have Irishman's contact? Because I think
Yeah, you want to send it to him, yeah?
yeah, send it to him because
Yeah,
my
that's
thing is
fine.
for some reason X have kicked me off out of the chat,
Who's X?
the Twitter. He's
Oh.
supposed to send me a code, and I don't know where they sent the code to.
Yeah, I've sent it to him now. Anyway.
Okay.
Get it now.
You know what I mean? So yeah, people. It's our call when we guys have moved on. So to me, yes, that's what Aura. Aura is like the present. Like I said, Perlo. You look at Perlo, you'll be like, that's a gentleman. Aura.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean Messi is not good. Oh my God, he said Messi doesn't. No, Messi has aura now because some of us have watched him for 20 years. So we see what he has done.
He started, yeah.
You know, so the generation one. But Zizou hasn't played for about 15, 20 years. And when he steps on the field, people still think that this guy is about to play.
Yeah.
That's the presence. You know, so yeah, man.
You know what it is in the modern day as well, Kwasi? They talk about stats and all that stuff. They base everything on stats. You know what I mean? Messi, it's a stat merchant, Messi, isn't he? That's what he is. But if you look at the greatest players that ever lived, like majority of them don't have a stats like that. They don't have anything like that. You don't need stats to be a great player. You just have to show up when we need you to show up. And that's what this player here and the rest of the players that we used to talk about back in the day, like Maradona's and all that. That's what they've done. When they have to show up, to win cups and all that stuff, World Cups and all that, they showed up and they showed up with abundance. So that's why you should never base players on stats. Base them on the quality that you see with your
everything that they offer. Yeah, I see people are like, oh, you didn't see what Pepe and Ramos almost did to Messi. No, we didn't say there's no rough tackle. If you want to see, Maradona was playing hurdles because people were they were literally going for his leg instead of they kicking him.
And they broke it. In two.
They broke it. He went to the World Cup 86 with one size shoe bigger than the other.
The other one, yeah.
Because his foot was swollen that bad. Why do you think he left Barcelona? Because the Spaniards were literally kicking him. And that's why he got into that big fight and they kicked him out.
Yeah, in the pitch, yeah.
And then the FIFA eventually started cleaning up the game. Same thing with R9. R9 was so fast, he blew his own knee up. But after a while, when he was in Italy, they were tackling him. They were going for his, trying to end
Italian football, especially, man. It was deadly, man. Absolutely deadly.
And luckily, now we have a cleaner version of the game. So it doesn't mean that people are still not dirty. I mean,
they'll be much better now. They'll be much
what's
better.
What's the name? Dijon? Was it Dion who Dion broke Ben Affa's leg?
Yeah.
Almost got his leg amputated. You see what I mean? So it doesn't mean that the game has changed. But let's move on. I was gonna give some shout out to some of the countries that have. I know your country has qualified, Fazi, right?
I've got a country. Which country?
So you rep Saudi. No, you rep Saudi.
I rep any team. Saudi is where I was born, but I grew up. Well, I've been most of my life here in England, so I'm both. It doesn't matter. And Somalia, if they ever qualify, which is highly unlikely. But I'm more of a supporter of African countries rather than even the country. I'll take over African countries, even England over England and Saudi Arabia, because I'm African, man. That's where I'm from. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir. Represent the motherland.
I'm there, man. I'm there for you.
Represent the motherland. And this one, of course, shout out to Honesty. I took this from your post on Twitter. As you can see, the top 3 are the countries that are hosting it. Japan, Iran, Qatar is back, Australia, South Korea. Let's give us some new people, right? Uzbekistan. I love it. That's interesting. I love it. Small countries. Panama. Haiti since 1974. They're back.
Ooh, Haiti is back.
Haiti is back since 74. Curacao. If I misspell it, forgive me, please, people. They are also the first country to show up. Smallest country in the entire tournament. Cape Verde. Oh, Cape Verde. the cameraman is gonna know the assignment. The cameraman better know the assignment because Cape Verde is coming, and they got some very nice aesthetics.
They're not mucking about.
He said, "Where is Nigeria?" Now, Nigeria. They didn't eat.
Are we here to ban Nigeria? Oh, man.
Nigeria decided to bring Nigeria jollof, and they failed.
The money in it. The money. They just hungry.
They got Congo. Oh my God, Nigeria! You go on Twitter, you go on TikTok, everywhere. Nigerians will tell the Congolese don't even show up.
Hang on, is Nigeria even in the playoff or not?
Nah, they got beat by Nigeria. They got beat by Congo. DR Congo.
There's no playoff for them, nothing like that.
Nope. Congo is gonna be playing one of these two spots here, the playoff spots.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Scotland. Big up.
What a game, man! What a game!
Beautiful goal. McTominay Caesar kick, huh? Norway, the robot is coming. I love it. Poland didn't make it, so we didn't see the handover from Rabbit to Haaland. Haaland said, "I'm taking it," and he took it. That's how you do it. Jordan is in the building. Okay, I see you.
Can't believe Nigeria, man. I can't believe Nigeria. What a letdown, man.
That's what happens when you eat that Nigerian.
It's because in African terms, they are the ones who always, you depend on, like, to go far, if you know what I mean. And man. It's sad. It's really sad because they chase the money nowadays. These players, man, they're all prima donnas, man. They're all prima donnas nowadays. Unfortunately, guys,
they think
football is disappearing from even the Africans now, man.
Yep. I mean, the big countries. There's no such thing as we are a big country in football anymore.
No,
that's why you see people. What's the name? Gattuso sitting here talking about because they gave Africa too many spots, so that's why Italy is struggling, brother. When Africa had 3, you were not doing nothing. So that's nonsense now. Instead of coaching, you are here starting a propaganda. Why don't you coach better? This brother.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Nigeria,
but the funniest part is when the Nigerian coach decided to have a fight. Decided to have a fight with the Congolese because he said they were using juju. He said they were using voodoo. That was hilarious. That was the funniest thing. Oh my God!
Look at Rasta Crab feeling sorry for Hungary. Forget Hungary, man. I'm talking about bloody Africa. Hungry, bro. Come on. And then you got Jamaica yesterday, drawing 0-0 as well, man. Jamaica yesterday. Come on, man. What's going on?
Man. Norway put the paws on Italy, man. They beat them to sleep.
Robot, man. That damn robot, man.
He said Nigeria trust go far from.
Man. I know that a lot of African countries, don't.
Yeah, this year they get 10.
Huh?
I think this year they get 10. Yeah, they get 9 or 10, depending on what Congo's playoffs go.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think they play a small countries, a small island, so they should be making. And Congo has these odd players, man. Wan-Bissaka is in there. They got a few Premier League players and League M players, so they are a problem. Nigeria just found out.
What do you expect? Majority of the Congolese players play for bloody Belgium, don't they? So
and they got that's true. A lot of them Belgian players too.
Belgium, yeah.
So yeah, they are not bad at all. But this World Cup is gonna be a party. And it's sad for those people who can make it. Nigeria.
They were in the 94 World Cup in the USA and they were good, man.
Oh man, that probably is one of the top 3 African teams of all time. That team was
Sunday Elise.
Oh my God. Those players.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yakini.
Yakini scored the goal through the net when he scored.
That guy almost ripped the whole net coming with that shot. I was like, yeah, man, that team was too much. Yeah. South Africa is back. Welcome back, Bafana.
Bafana is back.
They're back. They're back. That the team to watch out though. Brazil. It seems like Ancelotti is doing some things.
Forget this Brazil, man. They're not as good as
Ancelotti is doing some things.
If I don't see Brazil being Brazil again, I can't be bothered watching, man. You know what I mean? That's the team to watch back in the day.
Oh man. Brazil, Ancelotti. Now people are trying to make, the Neymar sexuals are trying to make a case for Neymar to go. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Neymar is the reason where Brazil are this bad. You know what I mean? Players like him ruin Brazil. I don't care what anyone says to me, man. I didn't grow up on Neymar era. He's rubbish, man. I'm sorry. He seemed as the GOAT or something for some reason. I don't know why.
Nothing he did that anybody has never seen before.
Compared to Romario's, Ronaldo's, and Zico's, and Pele's, and Socrates, and all these players, he's got nothing on them, man.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I watched Neymar from the beginning. I watched some of them obviously coming to near the end and the early parts of my life. Yeah, listen, I watched them all. Neymar has got nothing on them. He could be the top scorer of all time for Brazil in qualifying, whatever it is, but he will never be a Pele. He will never be a Ronaldo. He will never be a Ronaldinho. He will never be a Rivaldo. He will never be Zico. Garincha, Revellino. He could never be like that. Never. I studied football, man. I'll go back and watch, olden day football. Neymar is an entertainer like Robinho. He's like Robinho. Remember Robinho? That's what he used to do. Still step overs. The Nielsen, similar to that.
Yeah. We've seen all that. Robinho, we've seen all of them. Rasta is asking if Didier's country made it. Yep. Cote d'Ivoire made it. They are right beside, they are right on top of Brazil in the flags right there. Yeah, Cote d'Ivoire made it, man. Senegal is in the house. Morocco, Algeria. So you're going to see some of our favorite. Tunisia.
You might see me there in the USA, actually. I might travel there.
Come through, man.
I need to see one World Cup game in my life. I mean, I've watched everything. Me too. I haven't never seen a World Cup, so I need to go.
It's in my backyard. I don't care what team it is. I need to go watch them.
Yeah.
I don't care what team it is. He said yesterday Brazil didn't play with a striker. Neymar's
Richarlison is their striker. What do you expect? Richarlison is their main striker. Come on, guys. Where's people coming to, man?
Ivory Coast recently started qualifying, not always. But man, big up to all the countries that are already in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that has yet to qualify. So we will know by March what the final teams will be in there, and then they will do I think they are doing the pattern seeding in December or January. Guess who's not gonna be there? Nigeria.
Oh my! You're still going with this, aren't you? You got hands, man.
You know what they were doing? They were when they were giving the playoff spot over Sudan, South Sudan, and them, Aziz's country. They were talking all that mess. Ghanaians, you see us. You didn't make it to AFCON. Ghana didn't make it to AFCON.
Oh my God!
And then now they're gonna be in AFCON. We're gonna be in the big party. So enjoy the AFCON. We gave us our spot for you guys.
Listen, he gives you a rest, innit? So
we take a rest. We needed a rest.
Injuries, you're not gonna hear about injury unless in the league or something like that when they play. Respective football clubs.
We are back now. So now let's come back to. We are back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality. One thing that show, I saw the clip which says our players balled out, right? And I'll talk about the transfers later, but I want to talk a little bit about Liverpool because nobody want to hear about Liverpool. The players balled out. Like Szoboszlai and Kirkers tried their best to make it. They were a couple minutes away from it. I didn't get to watch Sweden. I think Sweden didn't make it. Mr. Porter first game, he got beat. Wirtz, the guy that people told that he needs to be sold already, killed it for Germany. Reason why they also qualified. Brobo, the player that some of us say he was done, still killing it.
Captain
his nation to the World Cup. Big up to him. And also big up to Robo telling us how he feel, losing Jota.
Yeah.
And yes, we know they're all hurting. That is not something that's just gonna leave right away.
Yeah, it's true.
It's still gonna bug them. We know that. Some of us know that, some of us don't. But the ones that we know, we know. So what are you expecting, man? Because the manager, does he have any answers? Just like my title said, that Slot has answers. Because the thing is, I don't think he does. There's nothing he's shown me that says that he has answers. And even when he has the answers, it's temporarily.
This head coach is all over the place, my friend. I'm whenever I watch Liverpool, I'm banging my head against the wall because I don't know what the hell I'm going to expect before the game starts. You know what I mean? So he needs to sort himself out. I don't think it's the players, Kwasi. It's him. He is the problem. He's got no idea what's in front of him. It's like we've reversed last season into this season. Do you know what I mean? But we've got more quality than last season, and we're still struggling. I don't understand how we're this bad. You know what I mean? It's so quick, and because of
with better players.
Yeah, that's what's confusing everybody. But with his arrogance is the issue as well. You know what I mean? He hasn't got a backbone. Let me just put it out there, guys. He hasn't got a backbone because a head coach that's got a backbone will be willing to make changes on the pitch. You know what I mean? At the right times and all that stuff. And he never does that. He's always persisting with the same players. And what angers me, and I'll ask you this question because I asked every other channel this question, Kwasi and chat. At what point do you guys realize things are not going right in the game? You know what I mean? If you're getting battered in the first 10 to 20 minutes, like a head coach, a good head coach like Mourinho, Ferguson, Klopp,
Mourinho doing the first half.
They will change things. This guy waits to 60 minutes or 50 minutes to change things. And by that time, it's too late. So at what point do you expect this guy, like anybody, even if you was a coach, Kwasi, when do you realize things ain't going right at this moment?
No, you should know the first half that something is not right. If it's that bad, you make to answer you. I hear a lot of people talking about radical. We need to make radical changes, radical. And then when you listen to them and say, okay, what are the radical changes? Oh, he just needs to change the formation with the same tools that it's not working. How's that radical? You see what I mean? He needs first half, just like he did to Kwanzaa, do it to somebody. That was radical, right? Kwanzaa, the season before Slot came in, Kwanzaa took Konate's spot. He told him, my condolences.
Voting for him. Some people,
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
People wanted Konate's soul because of Kwanzaa. But the first game of the season, the manager is like, nah, bruh, you are not it. And then he brought Konate in, and we know what happened.
That is a backbone.
You see what I mean? And he got a lot of flack. He got a lot of flack. People were like, oh, you can't do that. You're killing the young man's confidence. No, he stuck to his principle and kept going.
There you go.
We can say he's doing the same thing now, but at what point? Because last year when he did it, it worked. This year, it's not working. So at one point, you need to sit back and say, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem. Let me see what I can do here. That's how you make changes. Fine, even if you don't want to make first half changes, cool.
Yeah.
Why is it that we playing City and City is up 2-0 and they are the one who make the substitution first before us? You see what I mean? Right there, I'm like, okay, this guy don't know what he's doing. You have played for a whole 45 minutes and your players are playing like doo-doo. But the team that is winning is the one that's making the substitution before you. That does not make sense to me.
Exactly.
Big up to Irish, man. So for me, that's what when it comes to radical, sell Mo in January. That's called radical.
Yeah.
Sell him. Hey, thank you with everything. Now I'm starting to hear the tweets. Now I feel like it's an agenda. Even as much as I'm saying sell Mo, I'm still saying there's an agenda against Mo right now where people are starting to say, "Oh,
I don't want to sell him. Don't get me wrong, guys.
no, I get some people, but I'm going with radical changes. If people want to be radical, that's the radical change that you need.
You know what I mean? Grow a backbone. You know what I mean? Don't give me Mo missing a Frankfurt, game and coming off the bench as a backbone, and then bringing him back in the next game.
In the next game, and the people who did well.
That's a pussy move. Sorry about the language. That's a P move. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Because you're still playing the guy in an important game after that anyway. Be a man.
Exactly.
Drop him for Premier League games. It's not just Mo, just anybody. Show me one of the main players are getting taken out of the team, because either way, we're either gonna win, lose, or draw. We've got no. We're not in a situation that we can pick to win every game now. We could lose, we could draw, we could win. That's how we are now. We're all over the place. We've got no structure in place for us to win games anymore. So now, maybe if you make some changes and put players in that's gonna give you 100% on the pitch and run about at least, maybe things will change. You know what I mean? Maybe if they win games and be consistent in winning, the players that you bench maybe will realize, shit, it's World Cup year. I have to raise my game. I mean, otherwise I'm gonna come off the team every time. You know what I mean? So it will change players' minds for the better. But he's not doing that. He's doing the same thing every game and losing every game. And it's not working. So he needs to grow a backbone. Man management, that's what I said before, is key for a head coach. And the worst part of it for him is, and Brian, he doesn't have to do outside work anymore. He's head coach, so he's just concentrating on the team now. As Jurgen Klopp before, when he was a manager, and before that, they had to do the press. They have to go do charity work. They have to do this. They have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. He can just concentrate on the team. And analyze your players, man. When they're making same mistakes every single game, go show them the videos and repeat it to them. You can't keep doing this, because every game when you do this, it results in a chance for the opponents to score a goal,
right?
Or it makes it more difficult for us to control games. But he doesn't. There's a lot of things that he needs to work on to improve on. But is he willing to do it? That's the thing, and I don't think he's that type of head coach that does that. I'm worried.
And this is what I was going to say with the whole agenda against Salah right now. They're trying to turn Verts against Salah by saying Salah is the problem. There's a manager that is the problem.
No,
he needs to fix it. Salah is not the future anymore, right? Salah is there to make sure that he turned the key over to somebody else by the manager. So if the manager doesn't fix that problem, I promise you're gonna start seeing, because people in Germany already blaming Salah for Verts' problems. You're starting to see it on Twitter now. And also, let me give a big shout out to Selena. She's watching. She's a new fan. So that's the part where, yes, I want a radical change, sell Salah. That's what I'm saying. But one thing that I don't want is the agenda merchant coming into the Liverpool problems and making it worse than what it already is. You start seeing it. People talking about, because of Salah, this. No, that is on the manager, because there is a problem. And the manager hasn't fixed it. So until that problem is fixed, there's gonna be these people against that people, and it's over the break you heard about the big old, what they call it, the civil war, Avengers civil, and nobody still gave me answers.
They were all doing kumbayas and hugging.
You know what I mean? Doing kumbaya. We got a problem, and people are doing kumbaya. Big up yourself, Selena. Irishman, what you saying, brother?
I just came back. I had to go out. I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
No, we asking, does Slot have answers?
Yeah. Sure he does, yeah.
I want to hear it, because I've been waiting for somebody to tell me what those are. Because when you listen to everybody who said, let's keep the manager, and you ask him, with everything you've seen, what do you think he can make it better? With everything you've seen, give us something that tells you that, he could turn this thing around.
What could a devil's advocate here? Madrid.
I see that what you did there, Irish Red. He throw the devil's advocate in there just in case it doesn't work. He'd be like, well, I'm not on his side, but I'm just saying.
No, I've never been our side. I've never been Like I've never really been slot in, slot out. It's more like I don't want this to be a club that has to sack its manager in November because that means everything's gone to shit. So no, I don't think he actually like me as a fan that isn't a coach or isn't any tactical or stuff like that. I was saying for a couple of months, not a couple of months, it's only gone on a while, that I'd love to see what it looks like with Florian Wirtz starting off the left, drifting in from the left, not playing the Gakpo role, but doing what he's done for Germany, And obviously that wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan because he didn't play him there. That was not the plan. The plan was to play him as a number 10. And then all of a sudden, my stupid little idea about starting him off the left, all of a sudden that's the plan. The last 2 games, Cody gets dropped and he's starting him off the left. So that tells me that was not the plan. And it's not quite working. And he's getting a bit, it started throwing stuff at the wall a tiny wee bit.
See what it sticks, yes.
Yeah, so I've been worried about it for a while. I've never been, look, if the guy has to lose his job, he has to lose his job. But for me, I don't want him to because that means it's gone bad for Liverpool. Yeah. But if it gets to the point where he has to go, then he has to go. I don't really see, like, he's maybe been a bit unlucky with Frimpong. You might have seen a different version of Salah had Frimpong been fit more. I don't really know about that either. Salah's dropping off massively. But you can't even talk about the fact that he might not be amazing anymore without being kind of piled on for not having respect. As I've said 1,000 times, when he does leave, he'll be carried out on people's shoulders and they'll be building a statue for him while he's leaving. So it's not about disrespect. It's just about recognizing when players are starting to drop off. But I would be, I would be fairly worried about this manager now at this stage in terms of actually, like what you were talking about. What his answers to this are, other than bringing in another player. One player ain't going to change everything, because I think he seems to have kind of tried everything. Isak, look, we've been unlucky. Isak. Well, no, it was Isak's fault that he isn't fit. He went on strike, so it's not good. But he hasn't been in the team. Barely, like a £150 million striker, £40 million striker, and he's barely been in the team. That might have helped him out a bit. But right now, he just doesn't really seem to be able to make anything stick. So I would be I'd say he's very much running out of questions or running out of answers for things now, because Ekitike has started to drop off massively as well. He hasn't scored in a long time. So he's got a lot of issues. People are saying sell Salah. I think he's just let Salah go next summer. Just do that. If he's going to go on a free a year later, just get a big fee for him if the Saudis come in. If they don't come in, he hangs around. Yeah. But I'd be surprised now. I feel very sorry for Arne Slot, because the incredible achievement to come in and do what he did, and he's been handed the keys, and it's gone wrong so quickly for him as a manager that, his reputation, I'm sure he'll come back, but a couple of more losses and it's going to be inevitable, I think, that he will lose his job. Yeah, I've seen him try a lot of things, Quasi, and we still look exactly the same. Disjointed. Moments in games, no real prolonged passages of play or dominance or anything like that, just real moments. So I'd be worried for him. I hope it's only a rental he has in Liverpool at the moment,
Yeah. And the point about Ekitike part, that that's why me and Zuberi were having that big debate. Oh, when Ekitike plays, we win, and Isak is a problem. We don't need Isak, blah, 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 blah. But then even when we played Aston Villa and played Madrid, and so-called we played so well, I'm like, we still have a problem. Our strikers are not being fed enough. You see what I'm saying, Faz? All they're doing is running marathons. And even our wingers, especially on the left side, all Gakpo doing is run. And when he gets the ball, he's like, I'm not going to see the ball again. So guess what? I'm cutting in. Screw my fullback for doing the overlap. I'm just going to put in the top bin. And then on the right side, you give it to the Mandem, and it hits his shin. He can't even control the ball anymore. So, and I asked with this, and this is why I will bring the transfers in it. If we get Semenyo, which that transfer seems like 60 to 70% leaning towards Liverpool, according to the sources, Irishman.
Sources.
Where is he going to play? Which side is Semenyo going to play, Fuzzy? Left or right?
There's no sides. I love the player because he could play both.
Mm-hmm. But right now he's coming in. He's not gonna. You're not paying 70 million for a player to sit on the bench. Where is he gonna play?
First of all, like the future is what we're looking at, right? And if Salah is going to the AFCON in December and January comes along and first, he won't be there anyway if they go further along. Then the first thing he's going to do is play on the right? So that could be the future for Liverpool as well. I know there's Salah fans out there that's protecting him and all that stuff, but sometimes in life you got to move on, guys. That's why I've always said that I'm not a player FC. I'm Liverpool FC. So if I see something good for my football club that's gonna, give us more of a chance of winning and more of a team ethic, like a teamwork, I'm gonna go for that. You know what I mean? So if Salah is refusing, to defend and all that stuff, that's on him. You know what I mean? Because if you don't work within the team, that means there's a piece missing of the team, which is why we concede goals and a lot of chances are created against us. So as I said, I think it's time to. I said it. I think a couple of years ago, Kwasi and Brian. I'm sure I did say that. Like, we should have bought players 2 years ago that's going to replace the current players. And everybody laughed at me. No, but Salah and Van Dijk, they're going to have a longevity. They could play to their 35 to 36. But they're only one injury away from a disaster. And when your body is at a certain age, it doesn't recover like it used to anymore. And not only that, your form drops at some stage of your life as well. Hence why we're seeing what we're seeing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like we could blame the coach continuously, but the players got to take responsibilities as well, because the players are old enough to take responsibility and ugly enough to take responsibility, and they earn the right money to take responsibility. So what you do, if things are not going right, you lead by example.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen this season, I don't think the senior players have come up with leading by example. I've seen
they haven't.
Throwing a tantrum on the sideline when they're coming on as a sub. I've seen some of them not even working hard enough when we're losing games to get back into the game.
No energy,
so,
like Irish.
No energy, nothing. So as I said, I think now is that time that we look into the future. I'm not saying sell Salah. I think Salah can still be a beneficial player into the team, but don't guarantee him that starting place anymore unless he can pull his weight, on a consistent basis. If you can't do that, you're dropped. Simple as that. Imagine you're threatening players for their position if they're not performing.
It's a World Cup season too.
So they
are way too comfortable to be in
exactly, bro. That's
like that.
The thing is, on the left side, like Kwasi said, that's a problem as well. So if you look at both sides, why is it a problem? Because both of those players think they've got no competition for that side. When Gakpo was at his best last season, why was he at his best? Because
Diaz on his neck.
So Diaz had to move as a striker because Gakpo was playing so well. So all three played at front together. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Football is about, a team. It's not about just individuals on their own always winning new games. That runs out at some stage. You know what I mean? So if you're basing our football to last season, it's never going to be like last season, because every team has analyzed that. What do they normally do? They analyze the best team in the league, right? And that's what's happened to us. So they know our strengths and weaknesses. And unfortunately, this season, we got found out. That's why we're playing the way we're playing. Because last season, nobody expected anything. Last season, all of us here said Liverpool getting top 4 and probably getting the trophy. That's what we said. But, that's not always going to be a sustainable thing. Like you go to the next season expecting the same thing to happen again. It's never going to happen. And unfortunately, that's how it is. But yeah, that's how I see it, bro. But yeah, if Semenyo comes in, he's definitely going to, play on the right. No doubt about that.
Irishman, what do you think? I mean, answering Mr. Rowe's question here, he said he doesn't see the signing. It doesn't make sense to him. How does he fit Isak, Wirtz, Ekitike on one team? Why does they all have to be in one team at a time? What's wrong with some people coming off the bench? If Isak is coming off the bench for Ekitike, that makes the team better, isn't it? That's the part where I always don't get people. People don't get. You need to have a squad, man. You can't just have just a top 11 and then that's it. And then when somebody has to come off, the drop off is so massive. But Irishman, if you were to incorporate what Mr. Rowe is asking, and I'm also asking, if we get Semenyo, which side is he playing? Yeah, people are saying, but Mo is going to AFCON. He's not going to AFCON forever. He'll be back. So when he comes back and Semenyo is killing on the right,
and imagine
we go right back to exactly. So now we have to change it back to Semenyo. Oh, let's keep Gakpo on the bench, even though Gakpo's been killing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, Mr. Rowe has a good, valid question here.
Go on.
Go ahead, Irishman.
Yeah. Last season, he got a lot of stick for not rotating enough.
Mm-hmm.
And my response to that was the players aren't good enough. And that wasn't acceptable to a lot of people. I said the likes of Chiesa probably isn't fit enough. Elliott's not good enough.
Darwin Núñez.
Endo's not good enough. These kind of people. The guys didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, maybe if there was better quality on the bench, he might rotate more.
Exactly.
Now, those same people here, I've said it to people out, and they said, oh, he's problem. Same people that said that. Two people know who they are, and I said it to him the other night. Said this season he's rotating too much. He needs to stop changing the team. He's changing the team too much.
Hilarious.
Right? So I said, oh, well, last season you were saying he's rotating too much.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say it. Yeah. So when you have a Semenyo in your squad, you have an Ekitike. Yeah, it's a lot of players. It is a lot of players.
That's funny.
But when you've got those kind of options, then you have a chance because look, let's have it right. Frimpong is not a Salah replacement. And the problem with Mo Salah is this is easy. You cannot find a player out there in world football that's good enough to play if Salah is out or injured, and is also happy to sit on the bench when Mo isn't out. And Mo never gets injured. Mo's been here for about 8 years now, 7 years. He never gets injured. He's always fit and he always gets picked. So we've never really looked at that right-hand side. That's why we're so left-hand biased. If you look at everyone in our team, if they can either play off the left or they can play centrally and they drift to the left. It's just Mo, because other than when Chiesa came in, because we've never replaced Mo, we've never had a backup for Mo, we've never had someone that's good enough, and it'll sit on the bench. So that's biting us in the arse now. So if Chiesa, especially if Chiesa is leaving in January, which I think he probably will by the looks of it, if Napoli can come up with a suitable offer, I think he'll go in January. So that's even more room. I think Gakpo for me is just okay. So if he was to move on and Semenyo was to take his place, I wouldn't have any problem with that. Gakpo's done decent, but that's about it. You know, he's never really blown me away. He's a great finisher. So that's a space on the left. You needed somebody between Rio and Diaz's age. So I think he plays both sides. I think he'll get enough games. He's 26 now. He's at his peak. He's not going to get a lot better than he is now. This is probably as good as he's going to get. So that gives you both. But if he's saying where does he start in this team, I'm not sure where he starts in this team. I don't, because especially if Wirtz is having to play it on the left, then he's not going to obviously get in there. So never had too many good players, but you can give yourself an issue in a team if you have too many players. Well, you can keep the numbers down. You decrease the number and increase the quality a little bit. You're all good. So you get him in the team, man, and like you said, if he's playing really well and Salah comes back from AFCON, earn your place back. That's what you need. Genuine competition. You need genuine
and
energy.
That's what the squad is missing, Brian. You know what I mean?
Well, Salah's never had real competition, you know.
But he's never really had to worry about his place. He's at the age now, isn't it? Like to not guarantee him his spot. He has to earn it, if you know what I mean. So I think he's at that age now. Before, like, you're right, he had no competition because he was consistent and he was doing his job. But now, like, he's struggling with certain things, which is teamwork in regards to teamwork. So if a player comes in and does that, listen, guys, we've got to be serious here. You know, not every player is going to be like Salah when someone replaces him. He's a freak. He's a damn freak. I've watched Premier League from day one. I'm not like this guy who's on other channels always telling people I'm 43. I'm older than that. I'm 46. I'm going to be 47 in a couple of months' time. So I watch the First Division and the Premier League. I have never seen a strike rate like Salah from a right wing in my life. Ryan, I guess you agree with all. I've never seen that. Like someone score over 20 goals every season from the right hand side. I've never seen that. And this is what this guy does. So don't expect the next winger that's going to replace Salah to be the same. You know what I mean? It's going to be different. It's going to be probably 10, 15 goals a season, max 15 goals, sorry. But majority of the time will be like 13 goals, assists as well on top of that, and work rate. That's what you're going to get the next person that's going to replace Salah on the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm never going to see something like Salah. It's one in a million probably. You're going to get that because it's never happened before. I mean, a right winger that scores over 20 goals a season, a striker's rate, season in, season out. That's impossible. Man. But if someone for me, then go ahead, show me who did what Salah's done consistently since he's been here from day one.
But that's where the problem lies. You brought in Isak, you brought in Ekitike. That means that person from outside forward is not going to be your goal scorers anymore.
No,
and asking someone help the current. How does Semenyo help the current? The goal is Semenyo will be an outlet right now.
What we can do,
he is the best outlet right now in the game. Yeah. Right, he gives that Mane vibe. You put the ball, he got speed, he can hold the ball, he can dribble, he can create. He had everything that modern wingers have. So that's why I wanted Kudus. Kudus was just like him too when he started at Ajax. Very creative. He could play number 10. This guy can play across the front three. Yeah, he's better on the left or the right than be in the middle. But guess what? When he cut through the middle, you saw what he did to us. That goal he scored at Anfield.
Then again, that's a bad example because everybody's doing that.
So now the part where I agree with you, Ro, is that this manager know what to do with a player like Semenyo? Because he still hasn't figured out what to do with VYBEZ. He doesn't know what to do with Ekitike. He doesn't know what to do with Isak. We know what he can do with Salah, and that's the problem because he is trying to fit everybody into Salah's world, and it's not working right now. So for me, he will need to adapt, change the system. We don't need to play tiki-taka. We don't need to play pretty ball. Go back to simple tactics. Wingers fly, wingers create. Number 10 create. Double pivot. Stay solid. You don't need your whole team to be on the other side of the field with 9 players in the opposition box. What the crazy thing is? We got more players on the opposition side when the ball is with the 2 center backs than when we have the ball on the outside, whether the fullbacks or the wingers are up closer to the box. Nobody's in the box. So it's like they're doing this football that makes no sense, even in modern times.
We're easy to play against. That's
you see what I mean?
Look at what Man City did the other day, guys. Like, think about it this way. Pep Linders is over there giving our secrets away. That freaking weasel. I told you guys about him. Nobody believed me. Oh, but he's for Klopp. He loves Klopp. And all that stuff.
Whoa.
Shut up. Now, how do you feel?
Don't do the nobody thing. Don't do the nobody thing. Don't do the I said it and nobody believed me thing. I know plenty of people that hate that guy and hate him.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, but let's not do the I said it and nobody else said it thing. Come on, man. It's not.
Guys, because he wrote a book.
People were defending him. He wrote a book. He gave us, systems away and all this stuff. And then, they're telling me he cried for Klopp. What are you talking about? That guy is a weasel. He was only there for himself. Now, what he did against us for Man City, what he told them is, give the ball to Konate. Make sure Haaland marks out, Virgil van Dijk. And then we could, beat Liverpool that way. What happened? They gave the ball to Konate. And every single time Konate had the ball, start panicking, gave the ball away, they scored goals. That's what.
But that's what was your manager doing?
Tell him that, man.
What was your manager doing, Fazzy?
That's what I said to you. What do head coaches normally do? at some stage they think like if you're watching, you're viewing everything that's happening right in front of you. At some stage, you're going to say to yourself, "Shit, they've got us here. I've got to do something else. I've got to change up something. Let's shock them." Nothing. He waited till 50 minutes, then he started making substitutions, as he always does. 60 minutes is his favorite, but he went 50 this time, 10 minutes earlier. You know what I mean? So this is what this head coach does. He's got no idea, mate. No idea, man. He's out of his depth. Like I said, after international football, right now, if I don't see anything different, I'm gonna be with the rest of you guys and say, you know, get someone that has some system of play, man, into the team. Now get some life into this team. Let's move, man, because we're gonna be stuck. We're at the top 4 already. Can you imagine? We've got Sean Dyche coming, the most negative manager in the history. Do you think he's going to come to Anfield and play open, expansive football? No. He's just going to sit back and try to open us up, and that's what we struggle with. I mean, this is the worst game, like Kyle said earlier on Enzo's show. This is the worst team to face at this time, especially after international football. And as Irishman said, bro, I've been saying it for years. It's not just like a recent thing. I've never liked Pep Linders from day one, to be fair, mate. I knew about him before Jurgen. The guy's a selfish guy. It's all about himself. That's what he's always been. And I've always preferred Buvic over him. All day, every week. I don't care. Never liked him. Never liked that weasel. I always called him a weasel as well. But go on, Quasi. Sorry, mate.
No, I see. But the thing with our team right now, like people are saying it's not the players, or some people say it's not the manager. So who it is? We are looking at a team that just won the league and disappeared. Shout out to Monkwe. Irish Red. Also we have Wharton. Somebody say, why are we going for Morton when we have Morton? Nice bars.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, when if you bring Adam Wharton, say in the summer, and you still have this manager. I mean, I always say that, what's his name? McAllister is the odd man out.
McAllister?
Yeah. If you bring a Wharton,
McAllister is the best, man. I don't know what they're talking about, man. McAllister is every...
If you're bringing Wharton, who are you replacing him with? Irishman?
That's your long term, yeah. McAllister... 27 now, and all that talk is that his family are determined to play in Spain at some point, want to go and play in Spain. So I'm not going to be shocked if he leaves in the next year. McAllister and Warren are totally different. Warren's a bit of, he's a bit of everything. He hasn't got the energy of McAllister. He's not super pacey. He's a deep line controller. I'd put him in a double pivot with somebody. And that's up to the manager. That's definitely up to the manager, but you get someone like him in your team, yeah, I think he'll improve your team. But is it with Grav? Is it with Dom? Is it with Wirtz? That's up to the manager. But you don't turn down a signing like that. You don't turn down the opportunity to buy a player like that. There's been there's something new every year. And the latest thing now is, why would we buy this manager any more players? And this is absolute insanity. It's absolute insanity. Oh, let's not buy any good players because Slot is still here, because he's just going to make them worse. He's going to, after like 2 bad months, okay. The idea that you shouldn't bring in, you bring in top players. It's not for the next 4, 5, 6 years. Slot might be gone in a year. He might be gone in 6 months. Shouldn't stop trying to bring in top players. If you'd said to me, if this was the old days and Arne Slot was in charge and he had bought 5 players, and every single one of those players, 4 of them had turned to be absolute dog muck, absolutely terrible buys, then I'd say I'm not giving this manager the checkbook again. But it's not the manager that's going out and identifying these players and deciding to bring them in. He's part of it, yeah. But if the club decides this is a guy we want to bring in, the manager isn't really going to be able to veto it. So you go out and you bring in top players so that those players are here when the next manager comes in. And I just think it's crazy. Oh, I'm not buying this manager another player. Okay, fine. Cool. And let's watch them go to other clubs then. Because that's what'll happen. You bring in a Wharton and a Semenyo into this team. That's proper squad building. People need to get over this whole, like, you bring in a guy and say, oh, well, who has to leave? Who cares who has to leave?
Because yeah,
We
you don't.
need
I know how to have to leave. Madrid
Yeah,
don't
it'd
say
be
that.
better if someone comes in. If we buy a player and he just happens to be better than someone that plays at our club already, and he takes his spot, well, good. That means we've improved.
Yeah.
It's not about I want this guy, I want that guy. That's what people they try and bring you down that road immediately. When you talk about wanting to improve your football club over the next 4 or 5 years, ago, oh, so you want to sell him? Oh, so you want to get rid of him? I so want to get Jesus, grow
Right,
up.
look at Arsenal. They got players in every position 3 times
You
over.
add to your squad.
What have we got? One player in each position. So of course you don't have to sell players. Just get players in to have depth in the squad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
as we said earlier, we did talk about it. Us three, competition for places brings confidence to those players that's playing. Because if they don't have anyone pushing them, this is the performance you're gonna get.
They get comfortable.
Not if you ask some people. If you ask some people, the only way, like that was the thing. Darwin couldn't play well last year because he didn't know he was going to start every game. If he knew he was starting every game, he'd play well. That's just bullshit. It's just he got it. It's not a computer program. The guy's playing badly, he doesn't play. You say, oh, a guy's got to play. It's like I saw an interview with a pro and he said, I always played my best because I knew I was going to play every week. Yeah, fucking bet he did. Mister gets to play every week. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, but so that should apply to every other single footballer on the planet. No, every other footballer is not the same as some one guy. It's some guys they need to play week in, week out. These are the same people that were saying this guy needs to rotate more. It's like, oh, but he plays badly because he doesn't. He knows he's not going to play every week. He knows he's not playing every week because he's not good enough.
Right.
They twist things around and they put the truth at the end. He's not good enough, so he doesn't play every week, right? That's why he doesn't play every week. Not, he's not good enough because he doesn't play every week. If he was freaking Erling Haaland, if he was Rodri, if he was Mbappe, if he was whoever, then he's playing every week. So people are forget this guy, get that guy. I don't get this. Everybody has. As soon as you mention one player, some people. It's always the same people.
Because they
have
play
to come
at
in.
FC. Everybody has.
Don't get that guy. It has to be this guy.
Yeah,
I don't want
everybody
that guy.
has their favorite player. Everybody has their favorite players. Like even right now, when you say we need change, the Salah sexuals in the chat are pointing fingers at other directions. They are pointing all directions or pointing fingers at all directions. But let me answer Mr. Tender Road. This is a personal question. He said, Jollof or Wache? This is a serious fight. This is a very, very serious fight. For people who don't know what Wache is basically rice and peas or rice and beans, for my islanders. It's exactly the same thing. It's how they prepare it. But Jollof takes it, man. All day, every day, man. Jollof. Ghana Jollof specifically. None of these is I saw a Cameroonian Jollof. That one was just atrocious. But yeah, McAllister should be the 10 in Sloth's team. Bringing in all these quality players to Liverpool is like throwing money away on something that can be fixed. It's sad because Liverpool FSG is doing exactly what FSG wanted for years.
What I wanted there, but
and then we have a manager who can do the job properly. It's all back to the issue, which is
spending money. Spending money.
They're spending the money.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's what everyone's been crying out for fucking 20 years.
That's what I said.
Everybody wants. But it didn't. Is that not what everybody wanted? No money to be spent.
Yep. I don't want to spend money anymore. I want to fucking sort it out now, man.
So now it's
bitch, man.
Yeah, but now you've got the guys. You got the same guys say, "Oh, no." Like, when did we ever say we're not going to buy X because there's a certain coach here? I don't know. I've never seen that. It's like there's guys out there, they're top players. You go out and you get them. Do you think it's going to make this team worse? People say, "Oh, this guy just makes players worse." Fuck me, man. Like, just tell me you never wanted him in the first place without telling me you never wanted him in the first place.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's the whole point.
Did he make Gravenberch worse last year?
Nope, going better. Playing much better.
We won a league with those guys that had never won a league under Jurgen Klopp. That midfield three never won a league under Jurgen Klopp. He won it with them. Made all them better.
I know
So
the funny thing is, I've seen that Liverpool is trying to give contract to Szoboszlai, Gravenberg. I know there was a rumor about McAllister, but I don't know how solid that is. But right now, if Szoboszlai and Gravenberg sign, then you know the future. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem if these players want to get out. And hence the reason why I don't know whether it's risky to let the manager go because these players love him or bring a manager in to solve this problem because everybody's assuming, oh, we got easy games coming up. Brother, the games that we lost, we shouldn't have lost. Okay, I'll give you City. The rest of them, you should not be losing to those games. We were not supposed to lose those games in the week. Okay, the first 5 games, we said that was rough, and we came out alive.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of the games were supposed to take us over the top where we open up gap between City and Arsenal. And then everything fall apart. So don't assume, just like Fuzzy said, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Negative is coming to Liverpool to play at Anfield, and you guys think that, oh, we're going to be able to beat Forest. Right now, no game is guaranteed. There's no game guaranteed. And a lot of people, including Fuzzy, as soon as we beat Aston Villa, they thought we were back.
We're back, baby. We are back.
Right? They thought we're back, but we kept telling you guys that the problem was there.
I still have my reservations, by the way. I did say on the preview show, we're going to win that game. What was it? The Man City game by 2-1. But I said, it depends what Arne Slot turns.
I was not expecting us to lose to City.
There you go.
A draw was the least of the points dropped because we beat Madrid. I also say I don't expect us to lose to Madrid, and we beat
Liverpool can beat the teams that play their own game. You know what I mean? Not defensive, not tactical game. Like Real Madrid just play their game, don't they? They don't care because they're Real Madrid. They're going to play attacking football, open, and you know you can beat us. They try to beat us basically, and that's it. That's how Real Madrid play. They're not going to come to Anfield and just defend the whole game. They don't do shit like that. Obviously, they're the best team in the world, the greatest team in the world. They're going to play the way they've been formed from day one, and that is attacking football. Worry less about the defensive side because the ball is going to be up front most of the time. So, you expect to beat teams like that, especially the way we play. We played cautious football, and all of a sudden the players were running. You know what I mean? For once, which was strange. That shocked me. I mean, we was closing down spaces, we was defending better. And then we go back to the Premier League and got normal service resumes. We go back to just walking around the pitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Some of the players were putting themselves in the market against Real Madrid, didn't it? I can play for you. I can play for you. And that's what they did. And then who scores? The guy who's been sleeping the whole season. There you go.
You're missing something there, though, Crab. You're missing a big point there. I mean, they've all jumped on this funny little thing now that he's a one-season wonder. And there's one hit band. Yeah, but you see, the thing about bands that get called one-hit wonders, they get called one-hit wonders 10, 12, 15 years after they're hit, when they're finished, when they're not done anymore. This is a manager that had a hit 6 months ago, and you're just saying, oh, he hasn't had a hit in 6 months. So he's only 46, I think 47. He's got a career ahead of him. So to say he's a one-hit wonder, that's just, to be honest, I'm not mean to insult him, but that's just stupid.
I could have sworn
if he was only here for, if he manages for another 15 years and he never wins another title, then you can say, oh, look, he was a one-hit wonder. Yeah. But he won the title last year. He's only been here 2 years. I'm not saying he's going to win more titles with Liverpool, but I mean, at least wait 10 years, 12 years before you say, oh, yeah, he was a flash in the pan. Remember that guy? He won one league and no one ever heard of him again. That's a one-hit wonder. You know, it's just, come on. I just, like, at least, geez, lads, this guy, I mean, if negativity was actually transferable, this guy would be 2 feet tall at this stage. You know, I don't think, look, you can sack a guy, right, in your head. But that doesn't mean he's gone the next morning. That's not because he's gone. That doesn't mean he's gone the next morning. I think this will have worried everybody at the top, the way this is happening. and they're going to say, try and show a bit of strength, show a bit of unity out there. No, the club's together, the club's behind them, but don't think for a second that they're not looking at this behind the scenes. So he can have basically lost his job 3 months before he loses it, if you get what I mean.
Mm.
They kind of made this decision, going, you know what, we're going to keep with this for a while because sacking him now would cause basically more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have already decided he might not be the guy, but doesn't mean he has to go right now. It could be in January. So I get why people are worried about bringing in new players, but I'm not worried about bringing in good players, because if he goes, then we'll have Wharton and Semenyo.
Yeah.
All those people that you would have wanted us to go out and buy then anyway.
In the first place, yeah. And the thing is with Liverpool, the players that we get, players that 90% of managers out there can use. We don't overdo specific, like Amorim wanted 3 in the back, and or Conte coaching and he wants, he also 3 in the back. Mourinho very extremely defensive, so he gets more defensive. Our players are, any good manager with a brain can come in and start managing these guys. So but the thing is, if the next couple games it doesn't work out, I've told you guys after the Man U game, I'm looking at Edwards, I'm looking at Richard Hughes. If you guys are cool with this, just come out and say, hey, we are 100% supporting the manager. We know where this is not where we want to be right now, but we see progress. They see progress, because a lot of times, the directors, they see something that we don't see. And sometimes, yes, you do need just a little bit more time to turn something this massive around. Now, the question is, are they ready to let this season go away? Because everybody's assuming that he's going to be doing well in the Champions League. As soon as you get eliminated in the Champions League, now you're fighting for your life just to make it to the top 4.
If he's that stupid, then he should get sacked.
You see what I mean? And that's why
he did the same with the Carabao Cup.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go with. A lot of people say, oh, let Carabao Cup go. It's okay. We don't need it.
Only trophy this season. That could have been our only.
That could have been your trophy, your saving grace, right? Even though it's not enough. So that's where I am right now. Yes,
that trophy wouldn't have saved them though.
No, it won't. But
there's no. We could have won that trophy. Don't tell me that saves his job.
No, it doesn't save his job. Brian,
it doesn't save his job. But that's a trophy. Liverpool.
We don't get enough to get that trophy. It's still like it's something there, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
And the players, the new players that have come in, some of them want to hold the trophy. That's the whole thing. They know, okay, I want something. Now let's try. Even if that's to change somebody's mind from, you know what, I'm going to give these people 1 more year and I'm out, to, no, we won a trophy. I think we can do it again. But relying on Champions League, thinking that you're going to win Champions League because that's what PSG did last year, that's why I've heard some Liverpool fans say that. Oh, look at PSG. They turned around in January and they won the league and they won. Bro, this is not Ligue 1, man. This is the Premier League. It is hard. Right now, we've seen that Arsenal is starting to get a lot of injuries.
They still got enough players to replace.
And they still got a lot of players to fill those positions.
3 players in every position, man.
Yeah.
Of course they cover it.
Doesn't mean City is gonna fall off. City ain't falling off anytime soon. So we are 8th right now. And as I said, I don't behind Manchester United, the worst thing ever. People still think that he can turn this thing around. I hope he turns this thing around. I'm not one of those people who want the team to lose, so we get a fight.
He needs to fix it. He even gave Man United confidence. You know what I mean? Now look at them. They haven't lost for a while, man. Because of us. We beat them. They could have been down in the front. Come on, man. We're giving
Who's your top 2, Kwasi? Who do you bring in? And I don't, and I mean, be an adult about this, Kwasi.
Players or manager?
No, manager. Now, and be realistic and be an adult about it, right?
Yeah.
Who are you bringing in?
There's two in the Premier League right now who are
next
qualified.
Monday. Next Monday, who are you bringing in? That's going to come in.
There's 2 of them.
Next Monday.
Easy. That's the easiest question. You got Iraola and Glasner.
Glasner. You want to bring Glasner to the
Glasner, you see this?
You want to bring Glasner to the
Yes. And I'll tell you why. People
Because they
think.
beat us a couple of times.
Let me finish. Glasner is not the manager who just showed up to Crystal Palace. Glasner is the manager who won Euro with Eintracht Frankfurt, the team that has not won an Euro since the 70s. He beat Barcelona.
Does well with small clubs. He does well
It
with
doesn't
small
matter.
clubs.
You ask the question, who can?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you who can. He knows how to manage players. The job that he's doing at Crystal Palace is incredible. And I'm not those type of people who think that we need to go for a super manager. A super manager like Ancelotti got fired so many times at Chelsea. He couldn't do anything at Everton. He had to run to Madrid to go get an easy job. So any manager is at risk. You need a manager who knows how to have a tactics in mind, knowing that, okay, this is not working. Let me fix this problem. Not a manager who keep making excuses and blaming it on other people. The players that we have are coachable players. They don't have super egos like some other teams. So bringing a manager, so-called a small-time manager, is not going to be a problem because we saw Slot do it. He came out with a plan, show it to the team. What did the team do? Yeah, let's go, manager. He wins the league. So we can't say Glasner or Iriola can do it. What's his name? The guy from Aston Villa. What's his name? What's his name?
Unai Emery.
Umre. Look what he did last year with Aston Villa in the Champions League. Didn't he beat PSG? Didn't they go? I think they went farther than we did.
Hang on. Brian,
But he's never. There's a couple of things in the chat I want to respond to.
Yeah, go ahead.
People are saying this is always a narrative. Who do we bring in? I never said that. I asked Quasi who he would bring in. That's all I did. That's all I did. I asked him.
Brian. Who said?
Hang on.
Who said sack the manager? We never said that.
See, I'm just saying.
Huh?
I asked him who he would bring in. Right.
Oh.
Quasi asked him. So it's not, Christian is saying, oh, did you ask who could bring in to replace Hodgson? Of course I did. I'm not talking about Hodgson. I'm talking about Slot right now. Hodgson's one of the worst managers we've ever had. That's just what about it. Oh, you didn't say that then. I'm just asking Quasi, who are his top two to come in? I'm not saying you can't bring in. I'm not saying that. I don't know. If you can get it right, you get it right.
And then they just get it right. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, but it's about getting managers. It's about getting a manager in the right time. Now, if you bring in a manager,
this is the thing, Irishman. I get your point. You maybe Glasner or Aurelia might not be your cup of tea, or
no, I never said that about your.
No, I know. I'm just. I get. Yeah, I'm just.
He's a very defensive manager.
Yeah,
that's all he plays. Very defensive football. That's all. So far, that's all he does.
Yeah,
but okay. So look at it this way. Klopp came to Liverpool. The only thing Klopp bring from Dortmund was the high press. Everything that he was doing at Dortmund is not what he did at Liverpool. He was a 4-2-3-1 manager.
Yeah.
He was a 4-2-3-1 manager, and he came to Liverpool to play 4-3-3. And I agree. Yes, Glasner is very defensively minded coach. But he might not be defensive when it comes to Liverpool. He might fix the defensive problems at Liverpool, but with Isak, Ekitike, Salah, Wirtz, he may change the way we play. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew who Slot was. And trust me, I was in the same mindset as you, Irishman, where I was saying bring Zizou. Zizou is my guy. I said bring Zizou. But sometimes these managers comes in and they find a solution to what the club needs. Right now, Slot does not have the solution. He has the players, but he doesn't have the solution. Because right now, if we're going by names, if we are going by the way we got Klopp, then there's no manager out there. If we're going by how we got Klopp, then there's no manager out there. Let's just be real. Fazi, let's be real. If we go in the way we got Klopp,
I'm not all about the second right now anyway, but he needs to do something to save his job.
I'm just saying, if we going by the way we recruited Klopp, then there is no manager out there except Klopp or Pep Guardiola, or some people say Ancelotti. or those same name brand managers. They are not going anywhere. You have to keep finding somebody out there. Nobody knew who Slot was.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're going on the down the route of giving like a Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, you're giving managers that's never experienced massive clubs before. There's one thing managing Crystal Palace, and there's another thing managing Bournemouth. Like player-wise, look at Florian Wirtz coming from Leverkusen to Liverpool is difficult. If you look at Kirkes coming from Bournemouth to Liverpool, it's difficult because it's a different environment. It's a bigger club. We're only interested in winning. Are they going to have that winning mentality to get us, the trophies that we need and all that stuff?
Where did Alex Ferguson come from?
You can't, but you're forgetting. You can't put Alex Ferguson in that conversation because he was doing well with Aberdeen.
That's what my point was. If you go,
but he got
that you make it.
These guys have got no European pedigree.
Yeah. So who has? Right now you're looking.
I don't know. That's what I said. I never said sack. I don't say sack, do I? I said he needs to fix it. He's got the next.
Well, he can fix it. That's why I asked. What do you think he's gonna do to fix this?
He needs to do something. He needs to make changes. He needs to.
And if it doesn't work, then what?
Then he needs to look at elsewhere. That's how it is. I mean, it depends on the actual ownership and the people around it that's gonna make the decision at the end of the day. That's who I leave. That's who I trust. That's who I leave that to. But like I said, I'm not all about giving managers like Graham Potter and all these kind of people a chance to manage Liverpool, because look at how that turned out with Chelsea. Sometimes the job will be too big for them, if you know what I mean. And maybe like Brian said, I think Brian said something along the lines.
Do you think the job was too big for Slot?
I don't think it. I don't know. I don't think
it was. But nobody knew. I didn't know who Slot is. I had to do the YouTube University to go find who he was.
What they did. The ownership. Sorry, the recruitment team. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, they did something along the lines. They looked at someone that's similar to Klopp, if you know what I mean. Plays the same type of football, has that winning pedigree, and then bring it to Liverpool Football Club and reduce the injuries. I think that's what Arne Slot was good at. Final, they reduced a lot of injuries in their football club at that time. I think the biggest in Europe, the best in Europe. That's what I've heard they were. So that's what they brought in, and. The first season was phenomenal. Like Brian said earlier, he started playing, the Darwin Núñez and all these guys, give them a chance in the beginning of the season. Didn't work out. Then he stuck with the same 11 throughout the season, and the rest is history. What happened, we won the league. But this season he's got too much on his hands. He's never had before as a head coach. Maybe some people say it's a lack of experience managing big players. He's struggling with because they're walking all over him at the moment. But yeah.
You see, there's a thing though. You are telling me what the problem is, but we are not having any solutions. I want solutions.
The solution is
but nobody else is doing.
Nobody can predict the future.
Nobody's out there doing it. They're all out there saying, "Sack this guy, sack this guy, sack this guy." And if you're not,
the thing is,
but if you're not out there shouting "sack him," then you've got all these people in the chat saying, "Oh, so you want this, you want that." They have no middle ground. They've got two channels. They've got two channels in their ear. They don't hear you saying you need to get rid of it.
Hang on, Brian. These people you're talking about, they don't make their own decisions. They listen to other people to make their decisions for them. I'm here making my own decision. What he needs to do in the next 9 games, as I said, Kwasi and Brian, he needs to fix up. He needs to show us an identity, a style of play, something on the pitch. I don't care if we lose, draw, or anything like that. Show us something that we could look forward to, in the future. So we have a game plan to beat teams in the future. That's what I want to see. If I don't see this in the next 5 to 6 games, then we've got a problem. And this is where the ownership has.
Why are we waiting for the problem to get bigger than what it already is?
Because that's how it is. That's how football works, bro. There ain't like you said, there ain't that many out there to replace him with anyway.
Even if we wait till the summer, who is there?
I don't know. They got shot before and he won the league, didn't he?
So there was wrong with getting Glasnow or Iriola. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you want, but I said let's not put ourselves in that because the club could be too big for them as well.
Who?
Glasner and
that's it. We're talking all this stuff that applies to Slot, applies to all these guys.
Yeah, but
I'm not Quasi. I'm getting, dude. This is rough, man. There's people out here now. They're pulling up the fact that Slot's European heritage is losing a Conference League final. Christian is out here saying he's done this, he's done that. Bring up his record. Bring up his record. Christian, he's talking about, oh, Slot lost a final to Mourinho. That's how bad a manager he is.
He's
Right?
won.
But you see, you're going to bring up the fact that he lost the final.
He should have had 2 league titles. One with Isaac Akma or something. I don't know. Isaac, they called him from Holland. He was top of the league, about to win the league, and I think the COVID happened and they cancelled the league. So that's 1 league title he should have won, and he's won a league title with Feyenoord, and his last season
And he's won a league title with Liverpool.
like a FA Cup in their country. So he's always won trophies when he was in Holland. So
and he's won an actual Premier League, Quasi. He's won an actual Premier League.
But that's the
but
thing,
someone wants to say, oh no, he can't do it because he lost the game against Mourinho.
He should be on 3 league titles right now.
Okay, I get what
I'm just trying to make.
No, I get what you guys are saying.
No, you're not listening.
No, but this is the thing.
A single word I've said.
No, I get what you're saying, but this is the part where if you have to be, I'm devil advocate here. If you not listen to the other side, Slot, nobody knew who this Slot guy was.
Who cares?
Okay, so that means if you bring somebody else in, there's a possibility that person can repeat exactly what Slot did. That's what people are saying.
We know who Iraola is. We know who Glasner. What I'm saying is, well, you bring up if the guys in the chat want to bring up what he's lost, bring up what he's won as well. If the guy needs to go, look, can I not make my fucking place any clearer? If the guy needs to go, he needs to go.
Exactly.
But you be careful what you wish for.
But that's
the next guy that comes in. But the next, what I'm saying is, no, but Quasi, people are out here going, these people would sack this guy tonight, right?
Yeah, I know.
And then they show up to work tomorrow morning, and then they go, does anybody know a manager that can manage a club? Because I just sacked. They'll sack him like that. But they won't put any thought into. They're just throwing out names. Nobody wanted Glasner. Nobody wanted Glasner before we signed Slot. Nobody.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
So stop pretending you want them now because they beat us a couple of times. And that's what I'm saying. That's all they played well against us a couple of times in their own little way, and they beat us. That's why you want Glasner, and you think you can get him. You didn't want him. He give him 5 games, he's out the door. Oh, this Glasner man, he's a defensive manager. You don't give me that shit that you want the Glasner.
Okay, so here's the thing. We cannot go by off because we know everybody has their preference. Slot wasn't even now. Even Slot won the league. People were still talking about Klopp. What do we hear? It's Klopp's team. It's Klopp team. It's Klopp team. It's Klopp team. Okay,
he's done it.
But he did it. Klopp that was the manager they chose. Some people want Amorim. I have my own uncle here, Uncle Rods, who said I'm not supporting Liverpool until Slot is gone because he wanted Amorim. The thing that I'm trying to let you guys understand is we cannot say nobody else can do the job, regardless of who the person is. Nobody knew who's the guy who won the league for Spurs. Not Spurs. Sorry. Won the league for Leicester. Yeah, he was old school. He's been around. Yeah, he's been around the block a couple of times. I had the chance to be the United States president than Leicester winning the league, and they won the league, 5,000 to 1.
Unlucky, man.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing that we cannot. I used to think the same way. You can't fire. But right now, nobody's giving us any. I've watched all the shows. Anybody who said don't fire him is not telling me what he should do to fix this. All they say to fix it. Fix what? What's the problem? How are you going to fix it? Tell me exactly how you're going to fix it. We can't say wait for the future. When he won the first game against Aston Villa, everybody said we turn around. We beat Madrid. Yay. And then we get slapped by City. And it's not like we just got slapped by City. Bro, it's like this team has never played before. It went right back to how we played against all the other teams that we lost. So my question is, if we gonna go for a manager, if you ask me, pick a manager realistically, and I've given you Iraola or Glasner, you said 2, so I give you 2. So either you like Iraola or you like Glasner. One is offensive, one is defensive. The managers like Klopp, Ancelotti, Zizou, those type of managers, they're also not a guarantee because Ancelotti was winning Champions League.
No, that's the thing, Quasi. I don't know. That's the people keep saying, who you getting? I don't know, man.
Yeah. But I went with the most realistic.
But I know I wouldn't go for Glasner. All I know is I would not go for Glasner.
Okay. So if you don't go for Glasner, will you go for Iraola?
Yeah, but see, the thing is, if you said to me you can get a Iraola next summer, that means you got to stick with your manager. So
Okay.
this is what I'm saying. This is not as easy as you get rid of this guy and then you just go to Bournemouth tomorrow and you just take
Mhm.
Iraola and then he's man. He's never been to. He doesn't know any of the players,
Mm.
right? I don't think you're
He's
going
never
not to have
managed a
immediate turnaround.
personality like this. He's never managed a personality like this, Brian.
Yeah, it's if you want to do that, you go and do that. But I'm just saying, right now, if you sack a manager in November, I guarantee you it'll probably get worse before it gets better. Now, people are out there going, "Oh, so you want this, you want that." You know what I want? You know what I want really to happen? What I want, what I would love to happen is he wins his next game, right? And then he starts winning more games, and then we finish second if we can't win a league, right?
Mhm.
I'd like him to turn it around this. It's not, so you want to keep this manager. No, I'd like him to turn it around because I don't want us to be this club that has to get rid of a manager. And then in the summer, right, we move on and we do something different. But I want him, but if he loses the next 3 games, I don't know how long it's going to take with FSG,
Exactly.
but he will lose his job.
Of course. That's how it
Of
is.
course he will. And then they will have to do something. But what I would like him to do would be to turn it around,
Mhm.
start winning games. And because I'm not a massive fan of the style of football, then we make a change in the summer. I would kind of like him to maybe move on, but I would like him to turn this season around so we get to look properly at what we want to do next summer
And
and
it
bring in a
starts with
manager.
having a backbone. You know what I mean? He needs to grow a backbone. That's what I want to see.
Or maybe, look, if he needs to go in January, but it's hard to get a manager mid-season that's not committed to a project and all that stuff, and only guys from smaller clubs. But look, the days of Zizou, Klopp, Ancelotti, Mourinho,
Those are
those
gone.
days are over. Those
Those are
days are
over.
over. So it's
Yeah.
all about coaches you've never heard of. It's all about those kind of
Exactly.
guys.
Exactly. That's my point.
So if he can turn it around starting in Forest, okay,
Mhm.
then I'd
Yeah,
stick with him
I
till Christmas. You give him till Christmas, right? But you
Get
know,
lost, Master Crab.
no, I just look, man. We're not one of those. Look, when I look at a club,
Master Crab is not patient, guys. It's just to let you know. After 2 games,
when I
we
look at a club, Fozzie,
lose
and I
money
see that
back.
they've had to sack their manager in November, I laugh at that club because I know, what a badly run club. You've messed stuff up. You're a shit, badly run club. I don't look at the manager. I don't look at anything else. I just think that's a badly run football club.
Right.
So I just want us to start winning games again, right? But like I said, the manager has not. I'm not really taken to the manager. I'm certainly not taken to his style of football. And he's sound. I think he's okay guy, clever guy, all that stuff. Did well for us last year, but
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of the football. So if next summer we move on to a new guy, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough for me. He took over a big job, so a lot of, Trent leaving, maybe Ibu might leave, maybe Salah might leave next summer. He's been through a lot of all those bits and pieces. The big transition, taking over from Klopp was the serious job for any manager to take over from Jurgen Klopp, especially Mr. Unknown Guy that a lot of
Right.
people were against from the start. So I'd like to see managerial change next summer, but if it has to happen, do it before the January window so that at least the next manager has the January window input, that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you that I would say this, and you guys may agree or disagree. Liverpool problem is not that big because we spend money. If it was after Klopp, yes, but this guy came in and did some miracles, right? Right now, you spend almost 500 million pounds, and you got some quality players. Trust me, when the position becomes open, managers will line up at the wazoo because one, you will get that manager bounce. People will just want to be associated with what you have right now. You playing with Salah, Virgil, Isak, like any manager will want to try something. The thing that is annoying people is that this guy is being stubborn for no purpose, for no reason. You have no reason to be stubborn right now. If you won 2-3, you see, Klopp became more stubborn after he won his trophies. He earned it because it worked. Brother, yours is not working. So for me, I think right now, I already told you, I'm out until I will change my mind when I see.
When did you start being out? Because it's unlike you. You're the one who's normally positive. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you. You see the man behind me?
Angry one. You know what I mean?
You see the man behind me? Before we played Manchester United, I was positive, very supportive of what we have right now and the manager. I went to toe with some of my panelists. People like, yeah, let's change it. I said, no, you can't change it. But I said, if we drop points, any form of points against Manchester United, it's a wrap for me.
Lord of mercy. So
and we didn't just drop points. We played like crap. We didn't show up. We've been losing back to back, and then lose to the devil.
His favorite game. It was, it was his favorite game. Every time he talks about it in his press conference, he said.
After that was it. And to also put an icing on the cake, for me to be on the dark side, is him making excuses, talking about Arteta and talking about anything else that had nothing to do with him.
You're proud about the dark side, yeah? Oh.
After that, I was like, okay, this guy got to go. And I've told people, I'm not one of those who want the team to keep losing so that we could fire the manager. I said, the only way I changed my mind is if we have one of the majors at the end of the season, Champions League or Premier League. That will be the only thing that brings me back to the right side and said, okay.
So only winning is going to get you back here. Only winning. That's
winning. Win the trophy, not just...
Not having a style of play, changing.
Brother, right now that is out of the window because style of play should have been. Thank you so well. Style of play should have been when he went to preseason, and preseason right now. When I look back at it, it looked like they were not prepared. They came out unprepared because one thing that people gave Slot credit last season was he had a plan. When something doesn't work, he figures something out right in the middle of the game. In January, he got found out.
I love Liverpool fans, guys. I swear to God, I love it.
In January, he got found out. See, this is a problem.
You heard that, Brian? January again, mate. Like they talk about.
No. Listen, Fuzzy. You see, people are making it seem like.
I gotta be honest, Quasi. I gotta be honest. When people.
No, but check this out. Let me finish real quick, and I'll let you finish.
Nice, bro. It's not
yeah,
nice.
Fuzzy. This problem didn't start just this season.
It has.
Go back. Right now, do you know that he has more losses than MRM in 2025? So we can all scream. We can do that. Oh, he won one game. We turn around. Oh no, no.
Why are we doing the 2025 thing?
What's that?
Why are we doing the 2025?
Because the problem
is it no, because it makes it worse. That's what you're doing, right? So my whole point is Quasi, you can just take this season. If you want to show that he's been doing badly,
I don't care what happened last season. We won the league last season.
Yeah, but Fozzie, what I'm trying to say is if you want to show that he's been doing badly, you can just start it at this season.
That's what I mean.
Okay, but you see, this
you don't need to do the 2025 thing.
Okay, fine. Even if we do this season alone, if we do this season alone, you spend 450 million pounds, and it's not working.
There you go. That's it. That's what you talk about.
You see what I mean? 450 million. Even if I don't use the last season, but the problem is I cannot just say this season because guess what? Last season the reason why we were playing bad was because certain man them were not good enough. This season we've given you better players than those players, and you're still playing exactly like that last season. So I'm sorry. It's either you don't know what you're doing because you've been found out, or the job is bigger than you. Because we cannot say, no, Fuzzy, you cannot say, because Iraola only managed Bournemouth, he can't manage Liverpool.
I've seen it before. I'm saying, like, you got to have a pedigree, like a winning, like trophies on a consistent basis. But they've got no pedigree. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's what Irishman is saying. Those days are over.
I don't want to speak about these managers because they're not going to be at Liverpool probably this season because they've got a project elsewhere. But the thing is, like this thing, like this new thing. I don't know if it's a new thing. It's going around YouTube at the moment, and all the social medias about last season. You can't base what's happening this season onto last season. Last season was a different time. Last season, we did something we did not expect to do, which is winning the Premier League. Last season, we played majority of the time with the same 11, if you know what I mean. So at some stage of the season, they were going to tire. Last season, from January, is the second part of the season. When it's the second part of the season, that means every team is going to play a different formation, which is they're going to drop 5 steps back to survive in the Premier League or survive, to finish as high as possible or finish in a European spot or finish in a Champions League spot or winning the league. That's how it goes. There's 2 parts to the season, guys. Yeah. Easy part where everybody tries to find themselves, open, expansive football. Are we a passing team? Are we a transitioning team? Are we a defensive team? Are we an attack? That's what they find out in the first part of the season. Second part is going to be completely different because everybody is on survival mode. You know what I mean? So that's what happened last season. And not only that, like I said, the players tired because we've been using the same 11 throughout the season. So at some stage, it was going to happen anyway. But, the best thing happened at the end, something none of us over here expected, which is winning the Premier League. Wow. You know what I mean? Majority of us, what did we say in the beginning of the season? Oh, finishing top 4, maybe a trophy with that. I'll settle for that. Then I'll support him next season. Maybe we could go for the league title. That's what we said. This season is different. This season, he brought players in on top of other players that's won the league. So which means you're adding quality with quality, which he's struggling with. He doesn't know how to change players. He doesn't know how to set out formations for some reason. But as I said, this international football right now, he needs to sort it out because it's not me that's going to get him out. Even the loyal fans, Liverpool fans that never sack managers are going to start saying get him out. So that's what I'm saying. But I don't base anything on last season because I didn't expect what we was going to get. And secondly, players tire. But I don't think people know that because I don't know if you ever played football. Have you ever played football like 3 days in a row? Do you when you play 3 days in a row, are you consistently the same level? No, you get tired. That's how it is. So I can't go. I'm sick and tired of this bloody last season in January. What are you talking about? It's not the same team anymore. Everything has changed. Come on,
but
man.
Don't you expect it to be better? If we are big bad Liverpool,
that's what I just said.
Fuzzy, you said managers who haven't played in the high pedigree as Liverpool should not be the one that we consider. Yet you are allowing us. Let me finish. You are allowing us to have concessions to say,
I gave you the answer. I gave you the answer about honestly. I said, he's won.
Okay.
Number one, he's won trophies where he's been. Should have won 2 league titles. The league was cancelled, of course, and is it Akman, whatever they're called? He should have won the league that season, and he won. He won the league finals, and in his last season, I think he's won a cup as well, which is equivalent to the FA Cup. And not only that, why did we get him in? Quasi, explain that one if you're going to go down that route. Why did
we give him a what?
Why did we get Arne Slot in instead of other managers like Amirin and all these other guys?
They chose the data, whatever data they were using, chose Amorim over all those other managers.
Why?
Okay, because that's why they chose him, right?
No, but why? There's a reason for that. Why?
That reason is the reason why they chose him. Nobody know why. Because I didn't know who Arne Slot was.
Because they did not want to change the system from the under-9s all the way to the senior team, which is the same kind of football that we've been.
They wanted to keep a progression from club to the new player, and this manager said he's a hybrid between.
He came out of his mouth.
Yeah, he said I'm a hybrid between Klopp and Pep. That's what he said. But at the same time, we cannot say we are big bad Liverpool, and certain managers are not qualified to manage Liverpool, and then we say okay.
The reason me and Brian are saying that is because you're gonna go after 2 losses, everybody's gonna say they're out. That's what they're gonna do.
Bro, how many losses have we got so far?
It is what it is.
No, it's not what it is. This is Liverpool, and this is Liverpool who have spent money.
The same thing is going to happen with these managers. They're going to come in not experienced enough in a big club. They're going to lose a few games, and everybody's going to say, "Yeah, that's how." It doesn't matter.
Even if you bring Ancelotti, people are going to say, "Let him out." Even if you bring Ancelotti, somebody's going to say, "Let him out," because that's not their preference.
This football club should not be like that. This football club is the most patient football club in world football.
Okay, then we should not. Then we should not talk about any player or manager if we are doing bad. Because we have to be patient.
No. Listen, I already said after this international football, if it doesn't change anything, and we're still
that's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
11 games into the season. It's too late. Can't be.
Can you tell me right now, from where we are right now, behind Manchester United, can you win the league?
8 points behind. If we click or do something, if he has a system of play and the players
are we going to be doing hopes and dreams?
No,
I cannot go hopes and dreams. I can only go with what I see.
Okay.
When the season began, I would have hand on chest.
Listen, I'm not here to change your mind.
I'm not saying change my mind. We're going based on what we see. What we see right now, telling me
right now, what we see right now is terrible. Yes, I agree with you 1,000,000%. And I say that every single time in every stream that I go on. But I'm willing to see what he can do after this international football. If it still goes on, then, you know,
But Fuzzy, that's
likely
where my point was earlier. People are assuming that we have easy games, so we're gonna be able to win all of them. The games that we lost to, those teams were not the teams that were supposed to beat us. Bar City. So nothing is guaranteed. This is the Premier League. If he loses one more game, it's a wrap for the fan base. And we can't say we are not like City, we are not like Arsenal fans. We are all fan base. We don't want our team to lose. We need to stop saying that Liverpool, we are this, we are that. We wanted Roy Hodgson out. We wanted Brendan Rodgers out. At one point, people wanted Klopp out. So we are not no different from any other club out there. Now, do I feel like Liverpool is better than everybody else? Yes. But we cannot act like we are the only club that hold our, we shouldn't fire managers. We shouldn't fire managers. If this thing doesn't turn around, you are right. It's not you. It's not me. It's not Irishmen. Edwards will fire this guy.
Yep. There you go.
You see what I mean? But I'm telling you that from what he's doing this year, there are more managers doing better than what he's doing. Because guess what? No other team has a Virgil. No other team has an Allison. No other team has a Salah. No other team has Isak. No other team has a Verts.
Yeah, but listen, I agree with you what you're saying now. But other this January things, man, we need to stop this shit, guys. Stop listening to people that have never watched football before, man. It's beyond belief. We're basing last season's performances from January.
But this is the part where
different teams, man. It's different.
Fuzzy, I get the point. Yeah, some people are out there. They didn't want this manager in the first place. So those are not the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who were like me, who at this season, we were supporting this manager that, okay, we're not playing well. Why? We have some very bad situations happening to us.
Quasi, I explain to you. I say it again, and I'll say it again and again every time I'm on the stream now. I'll keep telling you guys. He's disrespected the league. That's what he's done. The guy has disrespected the league, thinking like because the amount of points he won last season, he's coming into this season, it's going to be simpler like that. He did not analyze other teams. He did not prepare for games before we kicked off. This is all coming together now. That's the reason he's playing the football that we played in the beginning of the season. We was winning by 2 goals, and then the other teams scored. They got an equalizer after that. Because you did not prepare yourself for the season. That's why. It's a lack of preparation. Like Quasi said, the preseason, we even look dodgy. So it stems from a lot of areas of, starting with the preseason. If he respected the season, if he analyzed the teams that he's facing very well and, respected their strengths and weaknesses, maybe we will be in a better position. And not only that, he needs to grow a backbone because when players are playing badly, he continues to play them. And this is why I'm getting angry about him. I want you to grow a backbone. If I see the same players again after international football and we're playing the same way and losing the same games, then you could say, it's time. It's time. You got to be real.
But Irishman, I'll let you have the last word and then we'll get out of here. Fuzzy, even when we were winning, the team was not playing at the strength of the players we have.
First season, bro. Come on, like you got
No. Because people jumped in and said we are back. You did not.
Yeah. I thought like we were back.
No, I know I'm being facetious with yours, but that's you and Ed.
I'm a maniac, guys. I'm a crazy guy.
When the time comes, you go to court. When you go to court, is you and your love.
I'm going to say it again.
But this is the thing, Fuzzy. We cannot be
flip-flop.
Look at the game.
Fuzzy being
that's me. Flip-flop is me, man.
That's the judge. I say. Okay.
All right, Irishman, finish it so we get out of here.
Go on, Irishman. Sorry, bro.
Big up to Mandem in the building. Thank you so much for enjoying this part of the show. Hit the like button. Go to Fuzzy's channel. Go to Irishman channel. Rasta Crab is in the building. Beja Red TV is in the house. So please go check them out. But please get the likes up. Get the likes up. I know you guys are enjoying it. Fuzzy and Irishman versus Kwesi Bowl by myself. Thanks for the chat. They were on my side.
No, I was not.
Go ahead, Irishman.
No, I'm trying to be. Well, like I said in my thing earlier on, my comment to the chat earlier on, I just want us to make the best decisions for the club, right?
Right.
And so if they've got somebody that's there, like Yeah, look, maybe I'm being a bit picky, but I've yet to hear someone say this guy could come in, and I go, awesome.
Mm.
Yeah,
True.
So I'm just, and I'm not saying it has, and that to me isn't the world we're getting into now. There is probably some coach out there, but it's just going to be another project starting
There's
all over
always
again.
someone out there. You guys are right.
So,
Quasi is right about it. There's always someone out there, Brian. And
yeah, there's people out there, but I just think
we're not fickle. We
Yeah.
know that. We know that.
Yeah, I just think calling for Glasner is just kind of gets my back up a bit. I mean, that just to me just is a bit of a lazy one, Glasner. But
3 at the back
yeah,
didn't work really.
it'd just be nice. It'd just be nice to come back, win a few games, and this time next year, this time in the summer, it'll all be a lot better. I believe. I think whoever is in charge, Isaac will be settled into this team. Verts will hopefully be settled into this team, and we'll be in a much better position. Whoever really is in charge at that stage, fair play to them. They're going to have a great team.
Yeah.
Someone was complaining about Hughes coming in. I mean, name a player in world football that we didn't get last year.
Exactly. Bro.
I mean, I think we spent 300 million basically on Hughes and on Isaac. That was not me, by the way. That was someone from Fozzie there. Just in case anyone thought I'd been. Anyone thought I'd been. What's the word?
Guys, don't worry about it. It's my personal thing. It's not going to give you copyright.
What's that word? What's the word? I think I'd been turned into a poltergeist or something. I can't remember the word. But yeah, look, man, that it's Fozzie. It's not good energy, man. It's not good energy. It's not good energy at all around. So Halloween is over. Christmas is coming up. Let's all get the banjos and the acoustic guitars out and sing, get Kumbaya on the go. But yeah, no, look, I think like I said, man, from day one, this guy's football doesn't excite me.
That's the correct.
It doesn't. I'm not a big fan of this guy's football, so I'd like to see a bit of a change on that front. But I think he's kind of stuck in a hole. I think he's after digging himself into a bit of a hole here, and it's hard to get out. I worry for the guy, and I feel bad for him. But look, if he's got to go, he's got to go.
Yeah,
he's won us a league title. People saying we've only won 2 league titles in 32 years. Well, who won one of those?
He's one of them, isn't he? He's one of them, Alan.
He's won one of them, so he'll always be that guy. He'll always have that. But the Verts and Ekatike things, I don't think that's easy to get them into a team. I don't think that's as straightforward. So, I look forward to Oliver Glasner coming in. No, I'm only joking. Euro is a good coach, man. Euro is a good coach. If we could have got Glasner in the summer, he would have brought Mateta with him. I know, lads. I know. It's hard, man. It's hard. I just hope that when we do make the decision, that everybody's in agreement, because I don't want to be going through this every week. This guy ain't the guy. This guy ain't the real deal. This guy ain't that.
Yeah, the thing is, he's losing support. He's losing support. He's losing a lot of support. I'm telling you, he's losing a lot of support.
They told Rasta Crab, man. I was ready for them the other day. They were doing a calling show. I was already prepared at work for the calling show, and all of a sudden they cancelled it. And
they were scared.
Yeah,
they were scared.
Get out of here.
They were scared, Fuzzy. They were scared.
You know what I mean? You don't debate with me. But carry on, Quasi. Sorry, bro.
Anyway, but big up to Fuzzy, big up to Irishman. Thank you so much for making this another great episode.
Come on,
big up to Mandem. Please go to their channels and support, man. Go to their channels and support. You get the reels. Whether you agree or not, you get the reels. This is not the so-called, what they call it, Civil War or whatever they were talking about. People were just doing kumbaya, touching their head. Yeah, that's the man with the aura. Thank you. Next manager. That's my manager. That's my manager. That's what I want. But hey, right now, Sloth is the man. But big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Crazy Ball, we out. Peace.